Hello, Paul. How are you, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm all right. Thank you very much for joining. How you doing?
Yeah, technical glitch there. Apologies, I'm a couple of minutes late. I'm great. I'm great. Yeah. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Looks like we don't have the same weather.
No, it's a misty, overcast day here in Westport today, so the visibility is quite bad outside. So I'm here at the studio, where we may or may not be based a little bit, depending on the weather.
Yeah. So I was already introducing the event that we will do August 29, 30, 31st. As you can see, I have this kind of weather here in France, and but every time I went to Westport, I brought this kind of weather.
Yeah.
So let's see if it will work also this year.
Yeah, we should be pretty good. End of August, early September is always a good time for weather here. So I'm very confident we'll have some sun and dry, bright weather.
Hey, look, it's also the charm of Westports in Ireland, and I mean, especially Westport, I would say, this unique on the edge part of the world. You know that you don't go only there for the perfect weather, but you come for nature, green,
Yeah,
misty kind of atmosphere, and it's a special kind of atmosphere over there, right?
yeah, it's very special place. Really, it's right over on the west coast of the country. I like to call it the old Ireland. So it's not quite at the same level as, say, the big cities on the east coast, or Dublin or Cork or Limerick or any of those. It's a peaceful, tranquil tourist town. Very, very beautiful spot, as you know yourself. Perched right on the Atlantic Ocean, lovely mountains around here, forests, lots of ocean. It's a really, really beautiful spot. Surfing beaches, plenty of hiking. Look, I suppose all those things are what drew me to the place 20 years ago. I'm not from here originally, so it's a real outdoor mecca, and yeah, it's a great spot to have a movement workshop, as you know from our past experience. Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to it, man. It's going to be cool.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward for this too, because we have done it a couple of times together. And first of all, for the people in the live, and later we'll watch the replay. Would be nice to introduce each other. And you already started to doing it by telling it that you came to Westport 20 years ago. Do you want to say a few words about you and what you bring on the table in terms of movements, in terms of fitness, and then I will do the same on my side.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, well, so I've been a qualified, certified personal trainer since 2007 with the American Council on Exercise. So when I first came to Westport in 2005, I was between careers, and I kind of came here temporarily to, as a transition, really. And, I'd always had a huge interest in sport and in fitness. And when I was here in '05, I was in my kind of mid to late 30s. And so I've started to recognize, that my requirements for my health and fitness had started to change. So, I became a personal trainer. I was very passionate about training, and I wanted to kind of share that with others. And I qualified as a life coach then the following year as well. So I bring both of those things to the table. My experience as a personal trainer, like nearly 19 years experience now with the American Council of Exercise. Worked with thousands of clients, both online and in person, teams, all that kind of stuff on various different strength and conditioning, general health and fitness, maybe rehabilitation, that kind of thing. And as a coach, then helping people kind of overcome maybe lifestyle blocks, limiting beliefs, things that are holding them back from perhaps maintaining the level of health that they want. And I'm really passionate about that, about helping people to break through those barriers that they have in front of them. So, and then fast forwarding to, I suppose, 2018, when you and I met in Bratislava, when I did my MoveNat Level 1 certification. I'd been following MoveNat for a long time, since I first saw Erwin's workout that time forgot, or the workout that the world forgot, where he was in the forest and clambering up fallen trees and jumping off rocks. And I thought, I want to do that. That looks really cool. And I was really drawn to the movement element of it, and because my training would have been, after team sport and individual sports, would have been a lot of strength and fitness based, where there was maybe less of a focus on movement per se and general mobility. So that's what really kind of hooked me MoveNet. So I signed up for Bratislava finally after toying with it for a few years. And look, in terms of my health and fitness, I'd say that's one of the best decisions I ever made, because it started me on this journey of movement, really, which I've continued to today, and it's been transformational for my own health and fitness. So, now I'm not only strong and, in good shape and all that kind of stuff, which is important, but I also have the movement capabilities to back it up. Now, there's still a long way for me to go. There's still places I want to go, but I'm very clear about how MoveNet has helped me in that journey. So that was 2018, and then I did my level 2, and I think, you can remind me if I'm wrong here, but I think it was 2022 here in Westport that I did a level 2, again, with your good self. We had a great group here in 2022, and I did my level 2 with them. So I bring my experience with movement, working with clients to the table as well, and obviously then my knowledge of the local area, which is extensive, because I'm such an outdoorsy guy and I like to get out into nature. So I know all the good spots around Westport in terms of hiking, movement practice, and things like that. Yeah. So I'm also married. On the personal side, I'm married to my beautiful wife Eileen, and we have a 10-year-old son Kai, who I'm working hard on to get into movement. So that's a bit about me, man. So I'll throw it back to you.
Very nice. Thank you very much for detailing all this for us. It's very important, I think, for people who are thinking to attend the event. I already posted about a photo carousel about who are the instructors, myself, yourself, and the special guest, my wife Elizabeth, who is a physiotherapist. So knowing you a bit better, of course, will help people to decide, like, is it really for me? I totally remember the first time we met. A little bit about my story, then grouping yours. I've been a sales guy all my life. I mean, professional life. I was a football player, student. Then I became an international sales guy in the navigation world, GPS. So nothing to do with fitness. But I always like to move. It was always a passion of mine to move, to play football. But I got so many, minor and nagging injuries. I was looking for something that could help me, and I found the MoveNet system back then. And I became quite good at it, to the point where I became instructor, passing all my 3 levels of instructor. And since 2015, I was basically doing 2 jobs. I was having my sales job on from Monday to Friday, and then I would travel over the weekend to teach these kind of certification events that you attended in 2018. In the first time we did it, we met, it was in Bratislava in Slovakia, because it was close to my place. I'm French, but I live in Hungary, and I actually was able to do an event in Slovakia, which is a couple of hours away from me. So we clicked quite good, you and me, with our good friend Tony as well over there. It was a good weekend in 2018, and you told me, look, man, I'm Irish, I'm from Westport, and I said, look, I lived in Dublin when I was a student, and I have no clue what Westport is. To be honest, I didn't know Westport, and I never crossed the country from east to west to visit. And you told me, look, you're missing out, because it's a great place on the west of Ireland. You told me about the potential of nature it has, and potentially we could host a MoveNet event there back then. So we kept in touch. Anyway, we became friends before even working together. And I was fortunate enough to do this event in, I think, 2019, the first time I came, right? So I loved, first of all, I love to land in Dublin and take the train ride. This is one of the main questions that people may ask. How do we get to Westport? Because, like I told you, I live in Dublin, but I didn't even remember the name, or I was not interested in visiting. I was more interested in Temple Bar and enjoying my life in Dublin. I was young. But landing in Dublin, for people who are from abroad, it's very easy to get to Westport, because you land in Dublin, then you can get a connection from Dublin Airport to Euston train station, and then from Euston train station you have a train ride which is around 3.5 hours max, and you go across all Ireland, and you have a great ride, and admiring the green background of what Ireland is. And the last stop is Westport, right? I mean, you do this back and forth quite often as well, myself.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, as you said, it's very easy. If you're flying into the airport, get the connecting bus. It's only 30 minutes to the train station, and then you're jumping on a train, and it goes direct coast to coast. A couple of stops, a few stops along the way, obviously, but the journey is about 3 hours 15 minutes. And yeah, I love that journey because you can fall asleep and know you're not going to miss your stop for a start. But it's for those who are visiting Ireland, say for the first time, you'll get a real snapshot from east to west of how the countryside changes, and you'll get a chance to see a real kind of pictorial view of Ireland, I suppose, as you're travelling across in the train. So it's a great journey, easy, and it drops you right here in Westport, and the train station is less than a kilometre walk from the town centre. So it's easy peasy.
Yeah. I was surprised and happily surprised, and you were waiting for me at the Westport train station, and then we arrived in this lovely little town. So just to finish on my story, it was in 2018 that we met. 2019 being here in Westport, and that was the time when I transitioned fully to joining the MovNat team, leaving my sales job to dedicate myself more to natural movement. And I fully did it in 2023 when I actually branched out of MovNat. My last events for MovNat were in 2024, and now I fully develop Jerome, which is my Jerome online coaching mentoring system. When I bring my 10 plus experience in teaching the certification events, retreats, just regular movement workshops, and I actually basically associate my corporate experience with movement. Basically, I know what people feel like being in the office and missing movement. And that's what Jocom is about. I teach people online every day, whether I do live sessions or self sessions where people receive, sessions in the app. I have almost 300 videos that I can choose from to create workouts for people. So I really enjoy this new chapter of my life because I can stay more at home. I can travel way less than before, which is good for me because I was traveling a lot, both for my international sales job and for MovNat back then. And now I have I have clients that make get great progress just by doing online sessions with me. I know what they need. I have the experience for it. I know the regressions, the progression of every movement. But I also miss teaching events in person. And I decided that I would get back on the road only for meaningful events. When I say meaningful events, is events that have a soul. Meaning, for example, Westport, there is this place that I love, and there is also you, my dear friend. And I know the potential of this event. I know our connection, and I know that this will deliver a great event for the people. So for me, it's like a chore. It's not it's not like a struggle to do it. Some events back then became like a real I was getting tired of it because of jet lag, because of the accumulation of stress, traveling and organizing in some place that I don't know, and so on. But doing it in Westport or in Sardinia, for example, or in Gothenburg, every time I organize events, it's because I have great friends in those places. Because what makes an event very special is not only the place, is the connection between us.
Yeah,
and that's why I want this Westport Movement Masterclass. It's a weekend, August 29, 30, 31st. We start on Friday afternoon, we finish Sunday noon. So it's basically 2 days. I want this to be more an adventure, more like a get-together. And I would say the particularity of our events compared to the events I was doing before under MovNat was that we are not tied to a curriculum. We are not tied to people have to pass this, and that technique. What is important for me, whenever people sign up, every time someone signed up for Westport, I reach back to them and I'm asking them some questions like, what is your goal? What is your expectation? Why do you decide to sign up for Westport? And then people open up. They're like, yeah, I love nature. I love the idea of us hiking Kirkpatrick, for example. I love the fact that you bring some aquatics. So we will be in the water. I would like to get better in swimming techniques or potentially breath holding or rescuing someone. So I'm basically taking notes of all the feedbacks and then I share with you, and then we will create a short list of events, of activities, of skills. And then we basically adapt the curriculum of the original curriculum I had in mind with the expectation of the people. So what do you think? I think it's a great concept.
Yeah, it's a fantastic concept, and to be frank, I'm blowing our own trumpet here, but you don't generally see that in courses or programs like this that you do really anywhere that I've been. I think you will always encounter that restriction to a curriculum, which is good in one sense because it offers structure, but it can be limiting as well. So I think the fact that we're focusing more on people's needs and what they want to get from the workshop, we can tailor the workshop then to what people need, while still offering a whole range of movement skills, including the aquatics, and skills that people want to see incorporated into it. So I think that's a really, really good point that you just made. It's unusual to have that kind of bespoke curriculum, I suppose, that you send in what you want to learn, we take note of it and we say, yeah, we can incorporate that into this section or whatever. So yeah, I think that's a fantastic concept.
Yeah, and it came from the fact that you and I have a big experience in moving naturally. You have a huge experience in Westport, what we have around. And I was asking you, like, okay, last time I came, we did this and that, but we didn't do this and that. And you told me, look, we could, for example, go to Kirkpatrick. And yes. I've always seen this mountain when we were teaching at the key or the point, but we actually never went there. So it's like, okay, let's do this time. And
and that's part of the soulful connection as well, because Kirkpatrick is considered Ireland's holy mountain. It's a site of pilgrimage. And it's like, as you know yourself, when you come into Westport, the dominating feature in the landscape is this triangular shaped mountain, Kirkpatrick. So it's a huge, it's on everybody that would visit this town. It would be on their to-do list, probably top of their to-do list to visit Kirkpatrick and to climb it. So it offers amazing views of the bay and of the ocean and of the islands around the west coast. So it's a really, really unique experience that we can offer within the package. So yeah, I'm delighted that we're including it, because I haven't been up there myself now for a while. So I'm really looking forward to it, man.
Yeah, and I think the specificity of between someone who would just hike over there and us doing it during the weekend, the movement masterclass, is that we want to introduce people. We'll not do it right away. We'll welcome people and we'll do some ground movement, for example. We'll mimic some movement that could be useful during the hike, or during the hike and after the hike to recover as well. Yeah. Because to be able to do, the way up or the way down, well, basically you need to be fit enough to do it in terms of walking skills, potentially crawling skills. It will depend on the weather, and basically feeling more aware of your potential as a mover, and also in terms of connecting with the environment. So even also during the hike, we'll be able to talk about the movement we need to save energy and so on. So that will be a very interesting activity. And we have different spots, like we mentioned the key. Can you talk a little bit about this area of Westport we want to go to?
Yeah, the key is just down the other end of town from here. It's a very beautiful and picturesque spot, and there's great views, for example, of Kirkpatrick down there. It's also the spot where we'll do the aquatics. So only recently, in the last 18 months, they have constructed a lovely area down at the quay there with steps going down into the water at the swimming point. So yeah, it's a fantastic place to go down and do the aquatics. There's also a natural stone beach there, which lends itself to some of our lifting and carrying work. There's a little wooded glade down in the area too, where we can do some crawling techniques and some carrying techniques and some other movement practices as well. So, and then in the same area, there's, like, years ago, and I'm talking 100 years ago, there used to be a railway line running down from the centre of town down to the quay. When, the trawlers would come in, the fishing trawlers and everything would come in, they would deliver their produce into the quay area, be put onto the train and then shipped all over the country. So, and part of that track still remains, only a very small part of it, but enough of it to be able to do, for example, balancing work or crawling work again. So it's a natural environment, but there is loads around there. There's also a soccer pitch. There's an area around a pond where we do some of our basic ground movements as well. So it really shows how the natural surroundings can be an opportunity for movement practice. And the thing I love about it, and the thing I love about moving that as well, is that it really opened my eyes to seeing my environment as a playground. And this is one of the best playgrounds you're ever going to see for moving that, I think. So yeah, it's a fantastic area, and I think people will love it. Oh yeah, and it's full of cool coffee shops and bars and stuff as well. So it's got everything, really, the key.
Yeah, that's an amazing place, and like you just said, it's also my main passion, which is going somewhere and making people realize that they can do a lot of movements over there, and that they didn't think about, and they cannot look another way anymore
Yeah,
because they will do some balancing, some crawling. The grass over there is fantastic, very cushiony, very comfortable. So you can crawl, you can roll on it, and then you realize that why didn't I start earlier? I could have used this environment, and then I can see a similar environment in my neighborhood, in my place.
yeah,
That gives a lot of new ideas for people to use those techniques, not only for the weekend, but also for, especially after the event. The goal
yeah.
is to get a lot of knowledge, a lot of inspiration from the weekend, and then go home and basically enjoy yourself and share with the family, with the loved ones. So,
Yeah,
and you
yeah. No,
mentioned,
I agree. So go ahead. No, sorry.
no, 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 just saying that you also mentioned the pubs, the coffee shops, and this is the old town also of Westport that I really like. And I want to tell people we are here to have fun as well. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
only about movement during the day; it's actually deserving a nice dinner after we have moved all day. You know, I know many times we celebrated the end of the event together, whether we have a pint of Guinness, a nice burger, a nice ribs, or whatever food you enjoy, with some nice Irish music. We connect with the local people, and I was always amazed, of course, that you know a lot of people over there. So whenever we go to a pub, you introduce me to other people, and this is life. We miss that, and then being able to. Can you hear me?
yeah. You're just breaking up a little bit there, bro.
Yeah, for me it was okay, but I don't know what you missed.
No, I got most of it. Yeah, you were talking about the pub and meeting local people and everything, and how yeah, that was for you one of the great things about this location, I suppose.
Yeah, and that's why when I talked about this event in my latest video, I mentioned that it's not only about moving during the day; it's about enjoying in the evening all together.
Yeah, yeah, no, totally agree. Like it's a fantastic opportunity to really get a very real slice, I would say, of cultural life especially here in the west of Ireland. We have the traditional Irish pubs here, where, as you said, there's live music most nights, but certainly at the end of August, there'll still be a lot of live music going on, especially at the weekend. So people will get to sample traditional Irish music. Fantastic food, seafood over here, because we're on the coast. It's renowned for its seafood, but also it's renowned for all the food around here is pretty much either, for example, if you eat meat, it's grass fed or organic, one or the other, because we still benefit from all that fresh food, locally produced food here in this country. So yeah, look, that's a real that's a beauty of this kind of weekend as well, is that you will get a great chance people get a great chance to sample that kind of culture, the music, the food, the socializing, how Irish people socialize and how that centers around the pub. It's really a point of connection and socializing and singing and having, as we call it, having the crack. So and after a full day of movement, as you said, that's what you want. You want to be able to relax with people that are on the same kind of wavelength as you, and connect with people, connect with yourself through nature, connect with people on the program, connect with people here. They're very friendly people, and yeah, it's. I just love the concept that you've come up with, because it really does tick all the boxes. It's about movement. Yes, it's about taking that what you learn from being in this environment and taking that home. Like, that was a huge thing for me, being able to see anywhere I went after I started moving that as an opportunity to move. So yeah, look, it's exciting. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's the first time we'll do this new concept, and I have no doubt that it will be a big success, because this is what we all need. We all need that. Yes, we can talk about the beauty of nature and moving naturally and being very tight about this. Like, okay, I have to sleep 10 hours and then moving and then sleeping again. But we are sociable beings as well. We love to have fun. People love to interact with each other when they have the opportunity to do it, and that's why we provide this opportunity. So and it will be we'll have local culture with you, and some participants, and so also international culture from me, and also from my special guest, my wife from Brazil, Elizabeth Pinheiro. She's a renowned physiotherapist as well in Brazil. She has her own clinic. She's also a certified MovNat level 2 trainer back then, and she has implemented a method called method Roots to her patients, basically mixing physiotherapy and movement.
Yeah, brilliant.
Is able now to do a lot of online healing, online treatment. I don't know how we would say best, but she has patients online on top of attending people in person in the clinic with great results. And she will be with us in Westport, and she already attended events alongside myself. And whenever someone has like, let's say, an issue on, oh, my shoulder hurts, or my knee has bothered me for 20 years, she would just, she would be able to be hands-on, talk to people and be like, okay, try to do this movement for me. And, in between two movement sessions, she would be here to help the participants as well, which is a great value as well for people to attend the event. So we have this mix of Irish, French, Brazil, all in one place.
What a potent mix.
From Friday. We'll start on Friday afternoon. It's important to remind people that we start August 29, but we start in the afternoon because we know that people, on Friday, they may come from work, maybe they take only one day off. They may need to take the train in Dublin on Friday morning, arriving at around noon in Westport. We start around 2 p.m. We'll create a WhatsApp group with the participants, so we see each other, we talk to each other on what's the best time. We do the first afternoon with a lot of nice movement on the ground. We'll see what people need, like I just said, based on their feedback. Then we'll be able to talk during the first afternoon and apply and adjust the program. And then full Saturday from morning to evening, we'll see how much we can do. Craig Patrick will be in the program. Pub night will be in the program, and then we have the Sunday morning to finish up the workshop. Let's see if some people are still available around noon for lunch together. And I know some people already have to leave to catch a train back to Dublin, and then some people may fly to the UK or to other places to get back to work on Monday. And that's real life. This is it,
Yeah. Look, and that's why we're holding it under the structure that you just talked about, the Friday afternoon to Sunday afternoon. And look, anybody who wants to hang around on Sunday afternoon and enjoy the sights and sounds of Westport, and fantastic place to base yourself. But we want to cater for people who need to get back to work on a Monday or get back to their families or whatever. So yeah, and that's loads of time for us to really pack in, all of what we're talking about, the movement-based stuff, all the aquatics, getting up Croagh Patrick, the social element. We'll have Friday and Saturday evening to meet up and socialise together. So, it's going to be action-packed, but at a nice, calm pace. It's not going to be grunt all the time. It's going to be very relaxed. It's going to be a lot of fun, and just looking forward to welcoming people here. Really, just can't wait.
Yeah, so look, it starts August 29. We are July 30th, and we have this early bird discount until July 31st. So we have until tomorrow. We have this nice €100 off the standard price. And for all private direct inquiries, we have a 30% coupon code available for people who want to join us. All you have to do, guys, is to contact me, send Westport in the comments of this replay, or just send me a DM. Tell me you're interested in coming, and we talk. I can answer any further questions on top of the live we just did, and at the end I give you the coupon code. You can accumulate the early bird and the 30% discount, so you could get this event at a very, very affordable price. And that's it. 1 month to go, and we'll be together.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's it's a fantastic opportunity, really, to work with 3 coaches in one workshop. Like, it's not an opportunity you're going to get every day. I'm delighted that Jerome and Elizabeth are coming, and you know, the breadth of your guys' experience and, you know, the slant that you bring to things. You're a master coach. I know that from working with you. You know, I got my qualifications with you, so I'm very excited for people to have the opportunity to work with you. But I've also worked with Elizabeth because I have had a chronic knee issue for a good few years now. And, you know, I did some online with Elizabeth as well on your recommendation, and it really helped me. So, like, I'm fully excited about people getting the opportunity to work with her as well, and of course what I bring to the table. So look, guys, it's a great opportunity to learn some new movement skills, learn about the Irish culture in a fantastic place here in Westport. I just love inviting guests here and hosting them, so we're really excited. We hope you can make it. If you can, just reach out to us for the details and the discount code, and yeah, we look forward to seeing you in a month.
I think we covered it all.
Cool, man. Great to chat.
Thank you, man. And contact us, and we'll do this event in a month's time. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it. Looking forward to it. See you all in Westport in August.